Hello everyone, Phoenix Knight here. Welcome to the channel, and welcome back to my 1985 season replay in Season Ticket Baseball. Tonight, we are at the Astrodome in Houston, Texas for a big National League matchup. The Montreal Expos are in town, and they will be taking on the Houston Astros in this game. The Astros historically won this game by a final score of 3-2. We will, of course, see what Season Ticket has to say about that. Current standings in the NL East, the Expos very much control the division right now. They're up by 2.5 games over the Cardinals with a 21-8 mark. I lied when I said the Astros were leading the division because they're not. They're actually trailing the Padres by 1.5 games, but the Astros are in the thick of the National League playoff picture right now with a record of 18-11. In fact, if the playoffs started today, they would actually be the 4 seed and would have to play in the wild card round, as Ben Witz now joins us here at the Astrodome. It is May 13th, 1985 for this one. And we are all set at the Astrodome. We're expecting a sellout, so let's jump into this one. Starting pitcher tonight for the Houston Astros, some bum on the mound. You may have heard of him. Guy by the name of Nolan Ryan. Apparently he's supposed to be a pretty good pitcher one of these days, but we're not sure yet in 85. 10-12 with a 3.80 ERA, 232 innings pitched, 209 strikeouts, 95 walks, 12 homers in 85. The eighth wonder of the world. Apparently that's Nolan Ryan. Anyway, as the Astros warm up behind him, we'll take a look at the Expos starting lineup. Leading off, I'll bring my lineup sheet a little bit closer. We've got Herm Winningham in center field, Vance Law at second base, Andre Dawson in right field, Dan Dreisen at first base, Hubie Brooks is at shortstop, Tim Wallach is at third base, Terry Francona is in left field. Apparently he's going to be a pretty good manager. Oh, that's the Astrodome. That's the eighth wonder. Been a while since I've encountered the Astrodome in anything. Mike Fitzgerald's catching, and of course we've got a batter card for Joe Hesketh, tonight's starter for the Expos. Yeah, Nolan Ryan apparently has potential. Still not sure if he's going to amount to much of anything, but we'll find out over the course of the next several years. And I will tap into Digital Diamond, and I'll see you guys in chat for the bottom of the first. Leading off for the Expos tonight, we have Herm Winningham. 237 average, 3 homers, 21 RBIs in 85. We will be using orange, white, and blue dice tonight, as the Astros are the home team. We've got a sellout here at the Astrodome. I'll get Digital Diamond up to speed, and we will jump into this one, as Ryan will get the sign from Bailey. He will set, and here is the opening pitch. With a 545. That'll send us over to the second baseman. That's Duran, and that's going to be grounded right at Duran. He will have no problems with that one, and we are underway here at the Astrodome with a ground ball for the first out of the inning. Vance Law now stepping into the batter's box at second base tonight. 266 average, 10 homers, 52 RBIs in 85. Ryan will get the sign from Bailey. He will set, and here comes the pitch. That is a 583. The fielders are getting a lot of work tonight for the Astros. That'll send us over to Kevin Bass, and a 583 will be a nice, easy fly ball into center field. Bass won't have to go too far for that one. He will make the catch, and that's out number 2. I think the last time I heard anything about the Astrodome, I was watching WrestleMania 17 back in 2001. Anyway, Andre Dawson now the batter for the Expos. 255 average, 23 home runs, 91 RBIs in 85. Ryan looking in at Bailey for the sign. He will set, and here comes the pitch. With a 346. Dawson will lift that one into right field, getting under that one. Pull will get under that one in right field. He will make the catch, and that will retire the side. 1, 2, 3 will go the Expos here in the top of the first. I'll stop in with chat. Also want to check the camera because I hit it a little bit in the I hit it a little bit in the top of the first, but doesn't look to be too bad here. Starting pitcher for the Montreal Expos tonight is Joe Hesketh. 10-5 with a 2.49 ERA. 155 and a third innings pitched, 113 strikeouts, 45 walks, and 10 home runs in 1985. While the rest of the Expos get loose behind Hesketh, we will take our first look at the Astros starting lineup. Leading off for the Astros, we have Bill Duran at second base. Kevin Bass is in center field. Phil Garner's at third base. Jose Cruz is in left field. Tim Tolman is at first base. Terry Pull is in right field. Mark Bailey's catching. Dickie Thon is at shortstop. And of course, Nolan Ryan also gets a pitcher batting card. And that's the lineup Hesketh is going to be charged with keeping under control tonight for the Expos. Leading off the bottom of the first, we have Bill Duran. 287 average, 14 homers, 59 RBI in 85. Hesketh will look in at Fitzgerald for the sign. He will set. Here's the windup, and here comes the pitch. That is a 129. That's going to turn into a 329, and Duran's going to lead this one off with an infield single. And Duran reaches as a ball just barely gets out of the infield. The infield will go to double play depth for the Expos, and Kevin Bass will step into the batter's box for the Astros. 269 average, 16 home runs, 68 RBIs in 85. Fun fact, home teams are currently 3-6 so far on the board. Astros hoping to change that tonight. Hesketh will get the sign from Fitzgerald. He will set, and here comes the pitch. That is a 216. Bass against, actually no, that's going to be Hesketh against the switch right on a 216. That's going to be grounded over to second. Law will grab that one. He will turn, throw to Brooks at first. Brooks will turn, throw to Dreisen at first. The relay's in time, and that is a 4-6-3 twin killing. Double play for the Expos. Stadium groans. Ugh. As the Expos prove to be up to the task defensively so far here in the bottom of the first. But there's a lot of baseball to play yet tonight. Phil Garner now will step into the batter's box for the Astros. 268 average, 6 home runs, 51 RBI in 85. Hesketh will get the sign from Fitzgerald. He will set, and he will pitch. With a 119, that'll turn into a 319. And Garner's going to swing through the high heat for strike 3, and that will retire the side. Nothing except for the hit for the Astros, but a costly double play as Hesketh gets out of the first with no damage. No score here after 1. And ID Jester now joins us here at the Astrodome, stopping in for a few minutes, but the Buckeyes are coming on shortly. They're in the national semifinals right now in college football, aren't they? Or am I thinking of a different sport? I just need to get a ticker tracker out here, and then we'll be ready to go for the top of the second. There we go. Let me get that prepared real quick, and we'll be... We are back in business at this point. Semifinals tonight against Texas. Well, hopefully for your sake they do well. I don't particularly have a rooting interest in college football, admittedly. Top of the second, and Dan Dreisen now steps into the batter's box for the Expos. 250 average, 6 homers, 25 RBIs in 85. Ryan will get the sign from Bailey. He will set. Here comes the pitch. That is a 5-10. That's going to be hit right back to Ryan, and that'll be an easy ground ball right at him. He will fire that over to first, and that'll be 1 out in the inning. It would help if I update the right team's section. HOU Brooks is now in the batter's box for the Expos. 269 average, 13 home runs, 100 RBI in 85. Ryan will look into Bailey once again. He will set. Here's the windup, and here's the pitch. That is a 585. That'll be hit into center fielder. Center fielder is Bass. And a 585, Brooks is going to smack that one into center field. That'll get to the wall, and he will be safe with a double. Stadium not happy with that play. Tim Wallach now steps into the batter's box with Brooks on second. 260 average, 22 home runs, 81 RBIs in 85. Expos with a chance here to take an early lead. Ryan will get the sign from Bailey. He will set, and here comes the pitch. With a 620, that'll be going over to the park, and that'll be popped up on the infield. Getting under that at second base will be Duran. He won't have to go too far for that one, but that's out number 2. Terry Francona now steps into the batter's box. Future World Series champion manager. 267 average, 2 homers, 31 RBIs in 85. Ryan hoping to get out of the inning, work around a 1-out double. He will get the sign from Bailey. He will set. Here comes the pitch. That is a 678. A 678 is going to be enough for a bloop single, and Francona will extend the inning. Ryan in a little bit of trouble here with 2 outs, as Mike Fitzgerald now steps into the batter's box. 207 average, 5 home runs, 34 RBIs in 85. Teams have had trouble with 2 outs in this replay. Will the Astros be any different? Ryan will get the sign from Bailey. He will set. Here's the kick, and here's the pitch. That is a 572. That'll be hit into left field. Going after that is Cruz, and a 572 is going to be an easy fly ball into right field. Cruz won't have to go too far for that one. He will pull that in, and that will retire the side. The Astros dodge a bullet here. 2 hits, but the Expos can't do anything with them, as we are still scoreless heading into the bottom of the second. Thank you for stopping by and spending a little bit of your Friday night with me here at the Astrodome. I'll stop in and check in with chat real quick. And the battle continues for College American Modified Rugby glory. Yes, indeed it does, Ben. Bottom of the second coming up, and Jose Cruz now steps into the batter's box. 300 average, 9 homers, 79 RBIs in 85. We may get into some of our own modified, how did you put it? American Modified Rugby. We may see some of that on the channel in the future. Time will tell. Hesketh will get the sign from Fitzgerald. He will set, and here comes the pitch. That is a 391. And a 391. Cruz will lead off the inning with a base hit into left field. I will take a look at the left fielder to see if he wants to try to stretch that into a double. Left fielder is Francona with a 2-arm. He's got a 5 speed. Cruz is going to try to stretch that into a double. He's got a speed of 5. He's got to beat a 12. Let's see if Francona can get the throw in there. No! Cruz will be in there standing up. Cruz will get to second easily on the stand-up double. As they decide to run on a weak arm in left field, and Francona can't get there. Stepping into the batter's box now is Tim Tolman. 140 average, 2 homers, 8 RBIs in 85. Hesketh will get the sign from Fitzgerald. He will set. Fans at the Astrodome are loud. Hesketh will set. Here's the pitch. 480. Tolman against the lefty. 480. Plunk. Ouch. Hesketh hits Tolman. And the Expos now are in a bad situation here, although they navigated it very well in the bottom of the first. The infield will go to double play depth, and Terry Poole now steps into the batter's box. 284 average, 2 homers, 23 RBIs in 85. Hesketh will get the sign from Fitzgerald. Fans at the Astrodome are loud. Hesketh will set. And here comes the pitch. That is a 567. That sounds like trouble as that's hit the Brooks. And a 567 will be a base hit into left field. Cruz, they're going to test Francona again. Cruz is going to try to come in to score. We're going to end up with that. So Cruz, once again, with a speed of 5, he's got to beat a 12 coming to the plate. And he will easily score on that play. And I got to double check the possible errors. Overthrows are possible if both exceed the thrower's fielding. Francona's fielding in left field is a 6, and they're both fine. But Cruz will come in to easily score, as that'll be an S7++. Actually, that'll be an S7+. There's 1B7+. Let's try that again. 1B, actually, probably just a 1B+. But at any rate, the Astros will take the lead 1-0. Stadium cheers. Yay! And Mark Bailey steps into the batter's box. 265 average, 10 home runs, 45 RBIs, and 85. Hesketh looking to be in a little bit of trouble here. Maybe the fans at the Astrodome are starting to rattle him a little bit. Hesketh will get the sign from Fitzgerald. He will set, and here's the pitch. That is a 230 against a switch right at 230. Is going to be grounded over to third. Picking that one up is going to be Wallach. Wallach will turn, throw over to Law at second. Law will make the pivot over to Dreisen at first. In time with a 5-4-3 double play. Tolman will go to third on the play, but there will be 2 outs in the inning. Stadium groans. Ugh. All right. Cruz is the 4-hitter. Okay. Stepping into the batter's box now is Dickie Thon. 251 average, 6 homers, 29 RBIs, and 85. Hesketh will get the sign from Fitzgerald. 1-0 Astros, bottom of the second, 2 outs in the inning. Hesketh will set, and he will pitch. That is a 148, and it's going to be grounded over to first. Picking that one up is Dreisen. Dreisen will throw over to Hesketh as Hesketh comes over to cover, and that will retire the side. But the Astros strike first with 2 hits, with one run, 2 hits, and a hit batter. And the score is now 1-0 Houston after 2. Yep. That does not want to stay standing. There we go. Stopping over to check in with chat real quick. As Philip Anderson now joins us here at the Astrodome, the official backup record keeper on the network. And Ben does watch football, what Americans use the misnomer of football for. I take it you're a bigger soccer fan, Ben. Top of the third coming up, and we've got the top of the order for the Expos looping around soon, as Joan Hesketh now steps into the batter's box, hoping to somehow help out his own cause. Ryan will get the sign from Bailey. Astros lead 1-0 in the top of the third. Ryan will set, and he will pitch. With a 346. That's based on his contact rating. His contact rating is a 1. And a 346 says Hesketh's going to get frozen by a slider for strike 3, out number 1. Winningham now steps into the batter's box. Winningham tonight is 0 for 1. He grounded out his first time up. Ryan will get the sign from Bailey. He will set, and he will pitch. With a 122, that'll turn into a 322, and Winningham is going to get frozen by a curveball for strike 3, out number 2. And after getting into a little bit of trouble early in the first, well, actually, never mind. Ryan didn't actually get into any trouble. I thought he did. Batter here tonight is Law. Law tonight is 0 for 1. Ryan with a 1-0 lead to work with. He will get the sign from Bailey. He will set. Here's the pitch. That is a 428. Law against a righty will actually extend the inning with a 2-out walk. As Dawson now steps into the batter's box. Dawson flew out to right his first time up. Ryan trying to get the Astros out of the inning. He will get the sign from Bailey. He will set. Here comes the pitch. With a 406, Dawson against a righty is going to be lifted into right field. Coming under that one is going to be Pull. He will make the catch, and that will retire the side. Nothing across except for the walk for the Expos as we get set for the bottom of the third. Stopping over to check in with chat real quick. Everything good there. As leading off the bottom of the third for the Astros, we have the Ryan Express himself, Nolan Ryan. Again, no individual batting stats for the pitchers on the pitcher batting cards. Hesketh will get the sign from Fitzgerald. He's got to protect this. He's got to keep this deficit right where it is. Hesketh will set. Here's the pitch. That is going to be a 202 is where that's going to land. 202 is going to be against a righty switch. Yeah, I'm just double checking. Ryan bats right. Okay, 402. That'll be based on his I rating of a 3, 402. And Ryan, surprise, is going to work a walk out of that at bat. One of the worst things a pitcher can do is to walk his counterpart. Of course, we have seen worse on the channel. I point you to Game 5 of the 1991 NLCS with Doug Drabeck. But the object of our attention now is Bill Duran. Duran tonight is 1 for 1 with an infield single. Ryan, not a threat to do much on the base paths. He will stay put. Hesketh will get the sign from Fitzgerald. He will set. Here comes the pitch. With a 443. That'll be Duran against the lefty with a 443. And Duran's going to come through with that one, and that'll be a base hit into center field. Ryan, with a speed of 0, is going to be content getting over to second base. And the Astros are suddenly cooking here. They're in business as Hesketh in a little bit of a jam. Bass now the batter. Bass tonight is 0 for 1. He grounded into a double play. The Expos would love to get that result again. They'd love to make Bass ground into another double play. Hesketh will get the sign from Fitzgerald. He will set, and here comes the pitch. 448. Bass against the lefty with the 448. Wow! Ask, and you shall receive. As Bass is going to ground that one over to third. Grabbing that one is going to be Wallach. Wallach will step on the bag at third himself. He will throw that, and then he'll throw that across the horn to Dreisen. And the relay is going to be in time. That'll be a G5-3 double play. As Ryan's going to be forced out at third, then the throw over to second, or over to first to get Bass 2 outs in the inning. Another huge double play by the Expos. Duran will make second on the play. Stadium groans. Ugh. Phil Garner now the batter with 2 outs. Garner struck out his first time up. Hesketh will get the sign from Fitzgerald. Expos clinging, hoping to keep this a 1-0 game. Hesketh will set, and he will pitch. That is going to be, we'll call that a 445 since that's where it's getting cocked. 445 against the lefty is going to be grounded over to third. Picking that one up will be Wallach. He will throw that across the horn for the force out at first, and that will retire the side. Walk and a single, but the Expos get a huge double play to keep this game 1-0 Houston after 3. Got a feeling Philip has his feeling these teams may be competing for the #1 seed in the National League. I'm kind of getting that feeling myself. Houston doesn't currently lead the division, but they are very much in the thick of the playoff picture, and Ben thinks Montreal is going to get burned by putting opening runners on. I think he's probably right on that, but it hasn't happened yet so far. The Expos have picked up 3 huge double plays here in as many innings in this game, but their bats need to give them some help tonight. Top of the 4th, and we're looking at the middle of the Expos order. Dan Dreisen now the batter. Dreisen tonight grounded out. He grounded right back to Ryan his first time up. Ryan will get the sign from Bailey. Let me adjust my layout here. Ryan will get the sign from Bailey. He will set, and here comes the pitch. That is a 677. And that's going to be a bloop single as Dreisen will get on to lead off the top of the 4th. Infield at double play depth, and Brooks now is the batter. Brooks tonight is 1 for 1 with a double. Bailey goes out to try to talk to Ryan. The Astros could use a big double play ball of their own. Ryan will get the sign from Bailey. He will set, and he will pitch. That is a 697. That is not going to be a double play ball, but that will be a walk. As Ryan will lose control of the heat, it'll sail away from him. And now the Expos have something going on with nobody out. Here's Wallach stepping into the batter's box. Wallach popped out his first time up. Dreisen, not much of a threat to steal. He will stay put. Ryan will get the sign from Bailey. He will set. Here comes the pitch. 301. Uh-oh. Wallach is going to swing through a curveball for strike 3, out number 1. Ryan desperately needed that strikeout as he manages to fool Wallach with a curveball for strike 3. Here's Francona stepping into the batter's box. Francona tonight is 1 for 1 with a single. The Expos would love for him to pull another one of those or something bigger out of his hat. 1 out in the inning. Francona waits for the pitch from Ryan. Ryan gets the sign from Bailey. Here comes the pitch. That is a 539. That sounds like there's going to be trouble. That's going to be hit over to first base. The first baseman's Tolman on a 539. And that's going to be a base hit, and the Expos are going to tie this game. Dreisen will come in to score. Brooks will go to second. Francona to first. This game is tied at 1. Stadium groans. Ugh. And here's Fitzgerald. Fitzgerald flew out his first time up. I'm expecting this to be a good one. Ryan will get the sign from Bailey. He will set. Here comes the pitch. That is a 319. And Fitzgerald's going to swing through the heat for strike 3. That is out number 2. That is a big strikeout for Ryan, as it brings the pitcher, Joe Hesketh, up to the batter's box. Hesketh struck out his first time up. Ryan will get the sign from Bailey. He will set. Here comes the pitch. That is a 614. And Hesketh's going to get frozen by a changeup for strike 3. That will retire the side. 1 run on 2 hits and a walk, but Ryan manages to get all 3 outs on strikes. We are tied at 1 heading into the bottom of the 4th. Fans at the Astrodome really seem to be into this one tonight, as we've got two high-powered teams in the thick of the National League playoff race. Of course, it is very early to be talking about the playoffs, but if the playoffs started right now, both of these teams would be in. Hesketh finishes up his warm-up tosses as Jose Cruz steps into the batter's box. Cruz doubled into left field his first time up. Hesketh will get the sign from Fitzgerald. He will set. and he will pitch. On a 144, that'll be grounded over to first. Picking that one up will be Dreisen. Dreisen will throw it over to Hesketh, coming over to cover. Out number 1 in the inning. Batter now for the Astros is Tolman. Tolman tonight was hit by a pitch his first time up. Hesketh will get the sign from Fitzgerald. He will set. Here comes the pitch. That is a 553. That'll be hit over to third base. Third baseman's Wallach. And a 553 is going to be a ground ball right to him. He will take that, throw that across the horn easily for out number 2. 2 outs in the inning, and Pull now is the batter. Pull tonight is 1 for 1 with a single. Hesketh will get the sign from Fitzgerald once again. He will set. Here comes the pitch. With a 366 for Pull. 366 is going to be grounded right over to second. Law will grab that one with no problem. He will throw that over to first, and that will retire the side. 1, 2, 3 go the Astros here in the bottom of the 4th. We are tied after 4. Yes, indeed, we've got a tie game here, as the Expos managed to get the lead runner on and work him around into home. Top of the 5th, and the Expos will send Winningham up to lead off the top of the 5th. Winningham tonight is 0 for 2. Ryan will get the sign from Bailey once again. He will set. Here comes the pitch. That is a 190. And a 190 for Ryan is going to be a bloop single, and Winningham will get on to start the top of the 5th. Infield will go to double play depth as Law steps into the batter's box. Law tonight is 0 for 1 with a walk. Ryan trying to make sure this inning doesn't get out of control. He will get the sign from Bailey. He will set. Here comes the pitch. That is a 229 for Ryan against a righty. 229 is going to be grounded right back to the pitcher. He will turn around, throw that over. He'll throw that over to Dickie Thon at second, and they will take the lead runner out. But Law will reach on the fielder's choice. As the relay gets dispersed a little bit late, and Law will be safe with the fielder's choice. And here's Dawson in the batter's box. Dawson tonight is 0 for 2. Ryan will get the sign from Bailey. He knows he's got to be careful with Dawson. Ryan will set. Here's the pitch. That is a 450. Dawson against the righty with a 450 is going to be grounded over to third. Picking that one up is Garner. Garner will throw that to Duran at second. Duran will turn and make the relay at first. In time, side retired. The Expos get a double play of their own and get out of the top of the 5th. Stadium cheers. Yay! The Expos get a hit, but they can't do anything with it as we get set here for the bottom of the 5th. Checking in with chat real quick. Fast-moving stream here tonight, which I don't mind at all. Bottom of the 5th, and Bailey now stepping into the batter's box. Bailey tonight is 0 for 1. He hit into one of Houston's 3 double plays that they've hit into tonight. Hesketh will get the sign from Fitzgerald. He will set. Here comes the pitch. That is a 614, which will turn into a 624. And that's going to be popped up on the infield about a mile high. Getting under that one at second base is going to be Law. He will make the catch for out number 1. Dickie Thon, now the batter for the Astros. Thon tonight is 0 for 1. He grounded out. Hesketh will get the sign from Fitzgerald. He will set. Here comes the pitch. That is a 352 for Thon. And a 352. Thon's going to get frozen by a slider for strike 3, out number 2. The Astros are going to let Nolan Ryan bat. He's actually pitching pretty well tonight. Ryan tonight reached on a walk his first time up. Tie game at 1, bottom of the 5th, 2 outs in the inning. Hesketh gets the sign from Fitzgerald. He will set, and here comes the pitch. That is a 477. That's based on his I rating. Ryan's I rating is a 3. 477 is going to be a fly ball into right field. Coming under that one for the Expos is Dawson. He will make the catch, and that will retire the side. 1, 2, 3 go the Astros here in the bottom of the 5th. We remain tied at 1 after 5. Both pitchers seem to be settling in with this one, and Philip Anderson making the same observation I am, that it's been a quick-moving game, which I don't mind that in the slightest. Dan Dreisen now leads off the top of the 6th. Dreisen tonight is 1 for 2 with a single. Both pitchers will be in their fatigue innings at this point. Ryan will get the sign from Bailey. He will set. Here comes the pitch. That's a 5-12, and that'll be grounded right back to Ryan as he will make the throw over to first, where Tolman waits for the ball, out number 1. Brooks now the batter. Brooks tonight is 1 for 1 with a double and a walk. Ryan gets the sign from Bailey. He will set. Here comes the pitch. That is a 276. Ryan against a righty with a 276 is going to be grounded over to third. Garner will grab that one. He will toss it across the horn to get Brooks by a couple steps, out number 2. We are in the 6th inning. Got to remember to change the scoreboard. Wallach now the batter with 2 outs. Wallach tonight is 0 for 2. Ryan knows Wallach packs a big bat. He will get the sign from Bailey. Ryan will set. Here's the windup, and here comes the pitch. That is a 429 against a righty, and that's going to be grounded over to short. Waiting for that one is going to be Thon with no problems. He will grab it, fire it over to first, and that will retire the side. 1, 2, 3 go the Expos here in the top of the 6th. Okay, just lost track of things a little bit in OBS, but I think we got it now. Bottom of the 6th, we'll see the top of the Astros order coming back to the plate as Duran steps into the batter's box. Duran is 2 for 2 with a single. I'll get one of my spin downs ready for Hesketh to take his first point of fatigue. He will get the sign from Hesketh will get the sign from Fitzgerald. He will set. Here's the pitch. That is a 272. Hesketh against the switch left. 272 is going to be grounded over to third. This time it'll be Wallach grabbing that one. He will throw that across the horn as well for out number 1. Bass falls off the business card holders, but he will be the batter. He has hit into 2 of Houston's 3 double plays that they've hit into tonight. Hesketh will get the sign from Fitzgerald. He will set. Here comes the pitch. That is a 336. And Bass is going to reach with an infield single, and that will be the first point of pitcher fatigue against Hesketh. The infield for the Expos will go to double play depth as Garner now steps into the batter's box. Garner tonight is 0 for 2. Hesketh will get the sign from Fitzgerald. He will set. Here comes the pitch. That is a 413. 413 against a lefty is going to be a ground ball over to short. Brooks will pick that one up. He'll throw that over to Law at second. Law will turn and make the relay to Dreisen at first. Garner sliding in, but he is called out. And that is another huge 4-6-3 twin killing as the Expos manage to escape trouble yet again. Stadium barfs. Blah. As the Astros get a hit, but the Expos turn another huge double play. And after 6, we remain tied at 1, as Montreal's defense seems determined to hold the Expos in this one, despite that they keep giving up leadoff runners. What a huge double play by Montreal. That is their 4th double play that they've turned tonight. And somebody's got to break the tie now. We're in the top of the 7th, and I'm not sure it's going to be the bottom of the Expos order, but we will get some activity in the Montreal bullpen as the Expos are going to start. Let's see. They've got lefty, righty, lefty. The Expos are going to get Tim Burke warming up in the bullpen, as Burke's going to come up and start throwing for the Expos. Leading off the top of the 7th for the Expos, we have Terry Francona. Francona is 2 for 2 with 2 singles. Ryan will get the sign from Bailey. He will set. Here comes the pitch. That is a 224 against a lefty. A 224 is going to be popped up on the infield. Getting under that one at first base is going to be Tolman. He will make the catch, and that is out number 1. Fitzgerald, now the batter for the Expos. Fitzgerald tonight is 0 for 2. Ryan will get the sign from Bailey. He will set. Here comes the pitch. That is a 151. 151 will be a one-out walk as Fitzgerald will work that out of the at-bat. That'll be the first point of pitcher fatigue on Nolan Ryan. And now a big decision for the Expos. Do you send Hesketh up to bunt, or do you pull him for a pinch hitter now? Hesketh's a bunt of a 4, so he's not great. This is a tough call if you're the Expos. Or do you lift him for a pinch hitter now? Tough call if you're Montreal. Who do they have on the bench tonight? Oh. This is a tough decision if you're Montreal. But I think they're going to trust their bullpen on this one. Hesketh is going to come out of the game as the Expos are going to go to the bench for a pinch hitter. Somebody's trying to break the ice as coming in to pinch hit for the Eskimos. For the Expos is Tim Raines. 320 average, 11 homers, 41 RBIs in 85. He will bat against the Ryan Express. Ryan will get the sign from Bailey. The infield will go to double play depth, by the way. Actually, I'm going to finish making a note here. There we go. Infield will go to double play depth on this one. Trying to move the dice into my hand. There we go. Ryan will get the sign from Bailey. He will set. Here comes the pitch. That is a 635. That does not sound like it's going to be good for... It's going to be popped up on the infield. Getting under that one for the Astros is going to be Thon. He will make the catch, and that'll be out number 2. As the Astros are trying to get out of trouble here. Winningham now the batter. Winningham tonight is 1 for 3 with a single. Bailey going out to try to talk to Ryan. Fans at the Astrodome are loud, hoping for a big-time pitch. Ryan will get the sign from Bailey. He will set. Here comes the pitch. That is a 616. And Ryan's going to freeze Winningham with a changeup for strike 3. That will retire the side. A walk, but the Expos aren't able to do anything with it. We are at the 7th inning stretch. As usual, I will not torture you guys with my rendition of Take Me Out to the Ball Game. Once I get all of this set up, I will, however, take a small break. The Expos needed some power, but they probably didn't go to the right guy for that one. But our next game, don't forget, we still have fast score after tonight's game. Our next block game will be May 17th. Will be block 11. We will be at, I forget what Cleveland, I believe it's Cleveland Stadium. Let me just double check what the home stadium for the Indians is in 1985. Yes, it is Cleveland Stadium, as will be at in Cleveland, Missouri for this, in Cleveland, Ohio for this one. We will have an American League East matchup, as the Boston Red Sox will be taking on the Cleveland Indians. Matchup of another couple of bums that nobody's ever heard of. They might be pretty good someday as well. Roger Clemens going for the Red Sox, and Bert Blyleven going for the Expos. That should be a doozy of a matchup between a couple of guys nobody's ever going to hear of again. Clemens and Blyleven. Bottom of the 7th, and as usual, when I pinch it, Digital Diamond is yelling at me that, hey, fat ass, the Expos need a starting pitcher. Fat ass, of course, being me. And coming in to pitch for the Expos will be Tim Burke. 9-4 with a 2.39 ERA. 120 and a third innings pitched, 87 strikeouts, 44 walks, 9 homers in 85. Leading off the bottom of the 7th for the Astros is Jose Cruz. Cruz tonight is 1 for 2 with a double. Burke will get the sign from Fitzgerald. He will set, and he will pitch. That is a 350, and a 350. Cruz is going to lead off with an infield single. The Expos cannot keep putting these lead runners on. The infield will go to double play depth. Eventually, as Ben suggested, the Expos are eventually going to get burned by that. And here's Tolman stepping into the batter's box. Tolman is 0 for 1. He reached on being hit by a pitch all the way back in the 2nd. Burke will get the sign from Fitzgerald. He will set, and he will pitch. 610 will turn into a 620, and that's going to be popped up on the infield. Getting under that at second base is going to be Law. He will make the play, and that is out number 1. Pull now, the batter. Pull tonight is 1 for 2 with a single. Burke will get the sign from Fitzgerald. He will set. Here comes the pitch. 601 will turn into a 611. And Pull's going to swing through the high heat for strike 3. Actually, yeah, that's an odd roll. So Pull will swing through the high heat for strike 3, out number 2. Two outs, and Bailey is now the batter. Bailey tonight is 0 for 2. Burke trying to hold this game right where it is. He will get the sign from Fitzgerald. He will set. Here comes the pitch. That is a 194. That sounds like trouble. That is going to be a wild pitch, and Cruz will move over to second. Cruz will move over to second, and that will be ball 1, so we will try again. Burke will get a different sign from Fitzgerald, and he will pitch. That is a 254 against a switch left. 254 is going to be a base hit, and the Astros are going to take the lead. Right, let me just double check that. 254 against a switch. Yep. And actually, Bailey could try to advance, but he's not going to. Cruz will come in to score. Bailey will make it to first. 2-1 Astros. Stadium cheers. Yay! As 2-out trouble for teams on the board continues. We are going to get some activity in the Astros bullpen as starting to get loose. Let's see, righty, lefty. Frank DiPino is going to get up for the Astros and start warming up. Thon will be the batter. Thon tonight is 0 for 2. Burke will get the sign from Fitzgerald. He will set. Here comes the pitch. That is a 323, and Thon's going to swing through a curveball for strike 3. That will retire the side. But the Astros managed to take the lead with a 1 run on 2 hits and a wild pitch. Score is now 2-1 Astros after 7. Fans at the Astrodome like what they see tonight. Checking in with chat. Ryan will continue to pitch for the Astros tonight while DiPino gets loose. Stepping into the batter's box for the Expos tonight is Law. Law is 0 for 2 with a walk. Ryan will get the sign from Bailey. He will set. Here comes the pitch. That is a 664, which will turn into a 669 because of Ryan's pitcher fatigue, but that'll be grounded right back to Ryan. He will throw that over to first for the first out of the inning. As Dawson now steps into the batter's box. And actually, we're going to have a change in who the Astros... Are we going to have a change in who the Astros get warming up? Yes, we are going to have a change. The Astros are going to tell Frank DiPino to sit down, and they're going to tell Dave Smith to start getting loose. As Dawson tonight is 0 for 3. The Astros are definitely in a game where they don't want any funny business coming out of this one. Ryan will get the sign from Bailey. He will set. Here comes the pitch. That is a 166. And a 166 is going to be a 1-out walk for Dawson, and that'll be the second point of pitcher fatigue against Ryan as the Expos manage to get the tying run on base. The infield will go to double play depth as Dreisen now is the batter. Dreisen tonight is 1 for 3 with a single. Ryan trying to hold this game right where it is. And by the way, I forgot to adjust that peg. The Expos are at bat. Ryan will get the sign from Bailey. He will set. Here comes the pitch. That is a 168. And a 168 is going to be another walk as the Ryan Express may be running out of gas tonight. Ryan is telling the manager, hey, I can get us out of this inning, coach. I don't think the Astros are convinced, though, as the batter now for the Expos, as they've got something very much cooking here, is Brooks. Brooks tonight is 1 for 2 with a double and a walk. The Ryan Express may be picking a very bad time to run out of gas, as Ryan will get the sign from Bailey. Fans at the Astrodome on their feet, hoping for a big-time pitch. Ryan will set, and he will pitch. Speedy Dawson waits at second. That is a 117, which will turn into a 317. And Brooks swings through a slider for strike 3, out number 2. That is a big-time strikeout. Stadium cheers. Yay! Wallach now is the batter. Wallach tonight is 0 for 3. You kind of think he's due. If he's due, the Speedy Dawson is going to tie this game up from second base. Ryan will get the sign from Bailey. He will set, and here comes the pitch. That is a 627 plus 15 will turn into a 642, and that'll be grounded over to first base. Tolman will grab that one. He will take it to the bag himself, and that will retire the side. Ryan gets away with a couple of big mistakes, a pair of walks, as the Expos can't do anything with them, and we will get set for the bottom of the 8th. The Expos let a huge chance to get some runs go by the boards. But the Astros are going to pull Nolan Ryan out of the game. They're going to go to the bench for this one. Coming in to pinch hit for Ryan tonight will be Alan Ashby. Once I get all this set up, we'll go through Ashby's stats. While Digital Diamond catches up, I will say that Alan Ashby had a 280 average with 8 home runs, 25 RBIs in 85. Burke will now get the sign from Fitzgerald. We've got high drama here at the Astrodome. 2-1 Houston, bottom of the 8th. Burke will set. Here comes the pitch. That is a 484 against the righty. And a 484 is going to be lifted into center field. Ashby got under that one badly, as getting under that one for the Expos is going to be winning him. He will pull that in, and that will be out number 1. Duran, now the batter. Duran tonight is 2 for 3 with 2 singles. Burke will get the sign from Fitzgerald. He will set. Here comes the pitch. That is a 327, and Duran's going to get under that one and lift it into left field. Getting under that one is Francona. He will make the catch, and that will be out number 2. Bass now stepping into the batter's box. Bass is 2 for 3 with a single, but he's hit into 2 double plays. Burke hoping to get out of this inning with the score right where it is. He will get the sign from Fitzgerald. He will set, and he will pitch. That is a 197, and that'll be grounded over to first. Picking that one up is Dreisen. He will take that over the bag himself, and that will retire the side. 1, 2, 3 go the Astros here in the bottom of the 8th. Score is still 2-1 Houston after 8. But will we see some 9th inning magic? Now the Expos managed to keep it close at 2-1. They've got the bottom of their order due up, though. And once I get back in the Digital Diamond, it'll be yelling at me that the Astros need a pitcher, and they're going to get a pitcher. As coming in to pitch for the Astros once Digital Diamond gets all the way caught up with me, is going to be Dave Smith. 9-5 with 2.27 ERA and 27 saves. 79 and a third innings pitched, 40 strikeouts, 17 walks, 3 home runs, and 85. We're going to get some activity in the Expos bullpen as we're going to get both Jeff Reardon and Bert Roberge warming up. Leading off the top of the ninth, we've got Terry Francona. Francona tonight is 2 for 3 with 2 singles. Smith will get the sign from Bailey. He will set, and here comes the pitch. That'll be a 5-0-8, except we're going to have a rare play out of that with the bases empty. Let's see, 237 is the rare play. 237 is a fly ball into left field. If the if the ones digit is higher than the left fielder's fielding, batter's safe at second on a fielding error. Otherwise, the ball is caught. So the ones digit is a 3. Left fielder is Cruz. His fielding is a 6. That will not be higher. That'll get down into Cruz's glove for out number 1. And the batter now will be Fitzgerald. Fitzgerald tonight is 0 for 2 with a walk. Smith trying to close out this game. Expos trying to get back into it. 2-1 here in the bottom of the ninth. Houston leading, 1 out. Smith gets the sign from Bailey. Fans at the Astrodome are loud. Smith will set, and he will pitch. That is a 656. That sounds very outish. And that'll be a ground ball over to third. Garner will grab that one. He will throw that across the horn. 2 outs in the inning. Tim Burke is going to come out of the game. The Expos are going to go back to the bench, as the last chance for the Expos is not going to be left in the hands of Tim Burke. The last chance for the Expos is going to be in the hands of the most powerful bat they've got, in Sal Butera. 200 average, 3 home runs, 12 RBIs in 85. Smith hoping to get the Astros out of this game. Butera wants to extend it. Smith will get the sign from Bailey. He will set. Fans at the Astrodome are loud. Here's the kick, and here's the pitch. 172. 172 is going to be a wild pitch. Ball 1. We will do it again. This time it'll be a 319. And a 319 is going to be a ground ball over to third. Garner will grab that one. He will pump once, pump twice, throw to first. That's your game. The Houston Astros managed to escape high drama here at the Astrodome as they defeat the Montreal Expos by a final score of 3-2. Stadium, once Digital Diamond catches up, Stadium cheers. Yay! Final line score coming up. For the Astros, 2 runs on 7 hits and no errors. For the Expos, 1 run on 5 hits and no errors. Winning pitcher tonight, once it decides to scroll, winning pitcher tonight is going to be Nolan Ryan. Tim Burke will actually take the loss, and Dave Smith will end up with a save. But we are not done yet here, as we still have to ask the rest of the major. We still have to ask Fast Score how the rest of the majors fared. As usual, I'm going to do some cleanup here first before we get to Fast Score. And then even after that, we won't be done tonight because I got a pair of deliveries in this afternoon that we are going to be unboxing on the channel. And yes, indeed, that will do it. A pretty good game, but I would say not a game of the year candidate, probably. We've got some other games that I think are going to fare better in game of the year voting than this one. This was still a pretty good one, though, between two teams that are very much relevant in the National League playoff conversation at this point. We'll see how these two teams fare as we get deeper into June and July. But if May is anything to go by, these are two teams that should be in the thick of the conversation. Milwaukee and Oakland, that's definitely a... If I'm picking right now, well, I was going to say, if I'm picking right now, that one is definitely in the running for Game of the Year. That's probably been the best one so far. There's a few I could make an argument for, though, but we are nowhere near the end of the season now, and there's a hell of a lot of baseball left to be played. So no need to get excited about Game of the Year just yet, I would think. It is now time to see how the rest of the majors fared. And to do that, we're going to ask Fast Score Baseball to help us out with that one. The Astros managed to escape a scare at home against Montreal with a 2-1 victory. But let's see how the rest of the majors fared. Starting on May 13th, Royals and the Orioles. Royals, 1034 is 4. Orioles, 1263 is 8. That's a win for the Orioles. Indians and the White Sox. Indians, 946 is 5. White Sox, 1422 is 3. That'll be a win for the Tribe. Rangers and the Tigers. Rangers, 443 is 3. Tigers, 1421 is also 3. We're probably going to be saying this a lot, but say it with me, kids. They will go to extras. Rangers roll a 4 plus 0. Tigers roll a 2 minus 1 is 1. That'll be a win for the Rangers in extras. Twins and the Yankees. Twins, 11-11 is a goose egg. Yankees, 1552 is 6. That'll be a win for the Pinstripes. Mets and the Braves. Mets, 1842 is 6. Pull that through. Braves, 712 is 0. That'll be a win for the Mets. Phillies and the Reds. Phillies, 1451 is 6. Reds, 1022 is 2. That's a win for the Phillies. On to May 14th. Royals and the Orioles. Royals, 1164 is 8. Orioles, 1333 is 4. That's a win for the Royals. And a fun fact, speaking of the Royals, before we continue on in Fast Score, if the playoffs started today, the Royals would be out of the playoffs right now. Coming back to Fast Score, Mariners and the Red Sox. Mariners, 716 is 2. Red Sox, 962 is 7. That's a win for the Red Sox. Indians and the White Sox are both 13s. Indians roll a 32, that is 4. White Sox roll a 23, that is 3. And the Indians will take that one. Rangers and the Tigers. Rangers, 1161 is 7. Tigers, 736 is 4. And the Rangers will take that one. Athletics and the Brewers. Athletics, 1535 is 5. Brewers, 1262 is 7. And that'll be a win for the Beer Makers. Twins and the Yankees in a pretty high-powered game. Twins, 2414 is 3. Yankees, 2241 is 6. And the Yankees will take that one. Angels and the Blue Jays. Angels, 513 is 1. Blue Jays, 1134 is 4. That'll be a win for the Bluebirds. Mets and the Braves. Mets, 1046 is 5. Braves, 2435 is 6. And the Braves will take that one. Phillies and the Reds. Phillies, 834 is 3. Reds, 922 is 2. And the Phillies will take that one. Expos and the Astros. Expos looking for a little bit of revenge here. And they'll probably get it with that roll. Expos, 1731 is 4. Astros, 1516 is 3. And that's a win for the Expos. Cubs and the Dodgers. Cubs, 534 is 3. Dodgers, 854 is 5. That'll be a win for the Dodgers. Cardinals and the Padres. Cardinals, 814 is 1. Padres, negative 245 is 3. And the Padres will take that one. Pirates and the Giants. Pirates, 432 is 2. Giants, 866 is probably going to be out more than 2. Yep, that'll be 9. And that'll be a win for the Giants. Wait a second. Oh, looks like we're on to May 15th already. Okay. Red Sox, or Mariners, and the Red Sox. Mariners, 1032 is 3. Red Sox, 1744, that is 6. And that's a win for the Red Sox. Orioles and the White Sox. Orioles, 1136 is 4. White Sox, 1451, that is 6. And that's a win for the White Sox. Royals and the Indians. Royals, 1913 is 2. Indians, 523 is also 2. Say it with me, kids. They will go to extras. Royals roll a 4, plus 2 is 6. Indians roll a 3, minus 3 is 3. And the Royals will take that one in extras. A's and the Brewers. A's, 1254, that is 6. Brewers, 1456, that is 7. And the Beer Makers take another one. Tigers and the Twins. Tigers, 1543, that is 6. Twins, 943 is 4, and the Tigers will take that one. Rangers and the Yankees. Rangers, 216 is 1. Yankees, 1722 is 3, and the Yankees will take that game. Angels and the Blue Jays. Angels, 444 is 4. A lot of 4s there. Blue Jays, 1044 is 5, and the Blue Jays will take that one. Phillies and the Braves. Phillies, 1265 is 9. Braves, 851 is 5. And the Phillies will take that one. Mets and the Astros. Mets, 1065 is 9. Astros, negative 243 is 2. And the Mets take that one. Cubs and the Dodgers. Cubs, 1132 is 4. Dodgers, 844 is also 4. They too will go to extras. Cubs, let me pull that through. Cubs roll a 4 plus 0 is 4. Dodgers roll a 2 plus 0. The Cubs will take that one in extras. Reds and the Expos. Reds, 663 is 6. Expos, 1056 is also 6. They will go to extras. Reds roll a 4 plus 2 is 6. Expos roll a 6 plus 1 is 7. That'll be a win for Montreal in extras. Cardinals and the Padres. Cardinals, 962 is 7. Padres, 616 is 1. And the Redbirds will take that one. Pirates and the Giants. Pirates, 913 is 1. Giants, 866 is going to be a lot more than 1. That is 9. And that's a win for the Giants. On to May 16th. Orioles and the White Sox. Orioles, 1665. That is 10. White Sox, 1154 is 6. And the Orioles will take that one. Royals and the Indians are both 12s. Royals roll a 31. That is 4. Indians roll a 55. That is 7. That's a win for the Indians. Tigers and the Twins. Tigers, 1445 is 6. Twins, 1625 is 4. The Kitty Cats will take that one. Rangers and the Yankees. Rangers, 614 is 1. Yankees, 1923 is 4. The Yankees will take that one. Phillies and the Braves. Phillies, 1225 is 3. Braves, 641 is 4. And the Braves will take that one. Mets and the Astros. Mets, 833 is 3. Astros, 645 is 4. The Astros will take that one. Last up, Reds and the Expos. Reds, 725 is 2. Expos, 925 is 3. And Montreal will take that one. And that will do it for this playthrough of Season Ticket Baseball. Excuse me. As I alluded to, though, we are not done yet tonight because I got a pair of deliveries in this afternoon that we're going to crack open on the channel. So bear with me while I go grab those. not that one. This is the pair of deliveries I got. This one's from APA International. This one isn't from anywhere I recognize. The only thing I see on the return address is Helen DS, Rancho Cucamonga, California. But I think I know what this one is, so we're going to crack this one first. And Philip thinks postseason games will be in the conversation for Game of the Year. I definitely think so too. Let's see what we've got in here. I think I know what this is, though, but I'm not going to spoil it just yet. Especially given how long the package is. Let's crack this open. And it looks to me like my instincts, well, my instincts mostly rock. But I was expecting more to be in here, but it looks like what's going to be in here is the official game mat for Tiny Epic Cthulhu. This is a Kickstarter that I backed a year or so ago. We'll wait until the rest of this Kickstarter comes in before I crack this mat open so we can see what it looks like. So I'll put that off to the side for a little bit while I bring in my delivery from APA International. Just going to do a little bit of cleanup here, and then we'll crack this box open and see what's in here. Which does not seem like it wants to cooperate with me. Okay, there we go. I've got to open it from this side. And what we've got in here are the team envelopes. Montreal probably still does have the best record in the majors, even though they picked up a board loss. They actually did pretty well in the rest of the ticker. And in here, we have the 1988 season for APA Baseball. So I will need to get that sorted out, but that's a project that I'm going to try to get to yet this weekend. So I've got a lot of stuff in front of me for this weekend, but that will do it for block 10 of season ticket baseball. Tomorrow night will be block 11, as we will be at Cleveland Stadium for an American League East matchup between the Boston Red Sox and the Cleveland Indians. Roger Clemens will be going for the Red Sox, and some bum named Bert Blyleven will be going for the Indians. Before that, though, Mystical Munchies will be out of the Marvel Eat the Universe cookbook with the side, Yancey Street Kujal. Sunday will continue the winter campaign in Arkham Horror the card game with our second scenario, Dancing Mad. And Wednesday next week, we will be back up in our German America Bomber as we play America Bomber, Evil Queen of the Skies by Compass Games. Thank you for watching the video. Please give the video a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. Be sure to turn on notifications so you get my content. Be well, stay safe, take care of yourselves and your loved ones, and I'll be back with more videos in the future. Until then, take care, everyone. The Houston Astros survived this matchup of National League powerhouses over the Montreal Expos with a 2-1 victory. Once again, take care.